Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So today we are going to make her a background on this piece of wood. And this piece of wood is from Plaid, and it's wood plaque. And as you can see, it is 9 by 12, and which this is really cute. You could even use the chalk paint on here and use it as a chalkboard. So without getting the glare from the lights and all. But very cool, 9 by 12. I love working on wood. Um, I mean, this is a nice piece of wood. So that's what we're doing today. Now you can go plaidonline.com and they have all their products. Like I could spend hours on there. And you could check this out. If you don't have anything like this, use a canvas, paper, whatever you have. Now, before I start, I want to say I've gotten a lot of stuff in the mail, and from a lot of you lovely, lovely people out there. It makes me happy. I don't always share online. Some of you don't like me to do videos with what you send. Sometimes I just don't because I get a lot or I get busy or not feeling well, whatever the case may be. But I do want to do a couple shout outs for a few people, and I had it set aside. And just it's real quick, not a big deal, but I do want to say thank you. So this is from an Etsy store, and it is called. You can go to Etsy.com /shop/fish bay elements, and I think you can see that. I'll put it down below. She has. I mean, She sent me. These are wonderful. This is called Native Dancer, and you can see all the different threads, yarns, which I'm going to be using. I have quite a few art dolls started, so I'm very excited. And then this is Cabana, and you can see in there how gorgeous. And then it came wrapped in this, which is absolutely delicious, and I'm going to rip it apart and use it. Maybe today. Okay, so that's her. So please go check out Fish Bay Elements on Etsy. Even if you don't buy, even if you don't want to go check out and just look at what she does. It just makes people feel good. And maybe you will see something that you would be interested in. Her prices are not bad at all. And I will be going back for some. So that is that for that. And then I'm not going to go through everything that she sent. This is from, I want to say, it's CARE Heart, HART. And Cheryl Johnson had nominated me to receive this kit. So this is a nonprofit. It's help at disabledartists.org. Thank you, Cheryl Johnson, so very much. And let me see, just so you guys can go, I just want you guys to go check it out. But it's Disabled Artists Foundation, a nonprofit organization created to provide art supplies, inspiration, and training to those challenged with emotional and or physical disabilities. And you can search her YouTube for JOYNAL how to. So it's Joynal, like joy, null, how to. And like I said, it's a charity. So she sent 2 cards, and I'm actually going to leave one of these the next time I go to the doctor's, my RA doctor, because obviously people are disabled. And, and I think I'm going to send in some. I have to write her and ask her, but see if I can send in something to maybe forward to somebody else. But it's, like I said, it's Disabled Artist Foundation. Very, very wonderful, wonderful. And I'm very blessed. Thank you. So, and of course, y'all know, look, come on now. This is a beautiful man. So that's very exciting. I'm going to hang that up and put things back here. And I just took a few things from here I'm going to use on this background. So I think I want to say her name is Carrie Hart, but I don't know. It might just mean Care Hart. You guys know I am totally out of it half the time. My brain does not function or work correctly. But thank you so much. And like I said, disabledartist.org on here. And yes, so I'm going to use these. And then I got this from Laura Antley. And I love these friendly plastics. I love them. I love them. I love them. I didn't know Hobby Lobby had them for clearance for 42 cents. If anybody has any that they're not using, send them my way. Because I have a bag that I've used and used, and I have like little pieces left. This stuff's so much fun. I love these. Love them, love them. Let me know down below if you want a little tutorial. And then, come on now, girl. I got the iced enamels medium because y'all know I'm doing all the resin and all that kind of thing. She sent, I mean, come on. I was so excited. Raspberry, which I'm going to tell you something. You guys know I love Blitsy. Blitsy.com. The link will be down below if you care to look. They sell everything from A to Z. Every art, craft, tool that you ever could possibly need or want. And I wanted the raspberry and it was sold out. So I am so excited for that. And she sent me a letter, which I read, and it was beautiful. And I'm not going to read. I don't like reading the letters out loud. And then I've never seen this one, but let me tell you how excited I am for turquoise. Come on, because turquoise is what I'm obsessed with lately. You guys know I've been making it out of resin, and I've been making, you know, stuff. So very, very excited. And then look, which I can't wait because I'm going to see if I can put letters in these. But I'm so excited. Okay. All the stuff makes me want to sing. Okay. So let me know down below. And I want to thank you ladies so very much, all of you. And I want to thank everybody who does send me RAKs or what have you, you know, and if I don't show them on, it doesn't mean I don't appreciate it. Sometimes it gets overwhelming and I get a lot of stuff and it's like, oh, this is so exciting. And then I get excited and then I forget. So we're going to start using things. I have my whole closet filled with all kinds of stuff. So let's get started. And then I will put down below, I'm going to try to start doing timestamps for those of you who don't really want to listen to me talk for almost 8 minutes and you just want some art. So that way you can go right to it. I will put it up here somewhere if I can in the beginning because some of you just don't like listening to them talk about stuff other than doing art. And I'm okay with that. Whatever. Here we go. Okay. Wood, my Mod Podge paper, which is almost empty because I use this stuff so very much. Now, I'm not going to paint this. I was thinking about it, but I think I'm going to, oh man, should I just let me just throw some colors down on it because, you know. So I'm just going to take some, and I just have paint sitting here. I'm going through a lot of paint, and usually, you know, I'll just use what I have here. This is Brilliant Blue from Liquitex, and look how old it is. You can see it's all like, it's almost gone. So I'm just going to put some dots. I told you I am in turquoise lately. I don't know why. Don't ask me. But I am. And I'm just using a dry brush. Now I like this because I'm going to like gold foil or gold something the background, the sides, not background, Cal. Okay. So this is, I'm going to wet my brush a little bit. You don't want to put too much water on wood because it will swell. So I just did a real quickie. Sometimes I just love me a quickie. That's what she said. I know. But you guys know. Okay. I just mean, you know, quickie in the water. All right. So that's all I'm going to do with that. Just to lay some down. And, you know, wherever you get it, if you get it on the sides, if you use something like this, if you're using watercolor paper, mixed media paper, whatever you got, no big deal. It all works. Okay. So I'm just going to real quick clean that off. And do I even have paper towels here or anything? Oh my gosh. My cat has been in here loving life on all my stuff. I accidentally locked her in here last night. We went to my sister's and, you know, so also I'm mailing out all kinds of stuff. I am so far behind. Dave's family came and they were here for, I don't even know how many days and had a nice visit. But I just am so behind on so many things. And then I got very sick and I got stuff going on and it was just a lot. So I apologize, but everything's going out. you'll know. I mean, well, I'll throw extra stuff in for everybody because that's just what I like to do. And yeah, so that's that. A minute behind I am, so I'm taking some of this gorgeous paper that was sent to me, and I am going to lay down my paper Mod Podge. Y'all know I love it. But if you don't have it, and I don't care that it's smearing and smudging, I'm just going to lay down. If you don't have this and you just have Mod Podge, by all means, use it. If you don't have Mod Podge mat or paper or what have you, use whatever you have. Maybe you have gel medium. Maybe you have white school glue. Somebody schooled me on school glue the other day. And I do appreciate all that you guys, when you guys email me and whatnot, to give me, you know, the proper usage or whatever. As long as I don't mind having critiques, I really don't, because I need them sometimes. And sometimes you have to understand, I know things. It's just my brain's like, girl, you're just not going to remember that today, and that's okay. And so if you're polite and really being helpful and saying, hey, Cal, blah 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 blah, I'm cool with that, because I'm like, oh, really? I did not know that glue all and school glue were two different things. So I'm going to do a video doing both, and we're going to see what they do and what they don't do, because that's just how I roll. But that way everybody knows, because school is starting soon, and a lot of places have a lot of the glue on soon. And I do love a good glue stick, you know. So anyway, so yeah, I really dig when people, you know, just trying to, another piece of paper, trying to help me and say, hey girl, did you know? Because sometimes I don't, and sometimes I do, and I'm like, why in the world didn't, you know, I think of that or remember that? And then I remember why I didn't remember that. Now you can see the blue is not dry and it's going on top here, and I'm okay with that. We're going to add more colors, but for now I'm just covering up. I'm going to go in now at the sections where there is no paint and just lay it down. Anybody watching Mr. Mercedes? It started. Anybody? Anybody? I wanted to know what you guys thought about that. And if you guys watch Animal Kingdom, what you all thought about that, the finale. And don't ruin it for anybody who maybe didn't get to watch it yet. I'm just going to use some text paper. Yeah, so let me know if you guys watch any of those. Or let me know down below what you guys do watch. Maybe your finale came. Maybe you're excited for something to start since fall's coming. Oh, that's a foldy paper. And look what I got out of that. Well, I might have to turn this so that face is my way when I'm done. Yeah, so let me know. I'm very curious. I watch a little bit too much TV, Dave and I. And I've been watching, oh, Cal, it is double. Would you, see, I didn't even remember it was double. What? Oh my gosh. Look at that. There's her body. You can tell I'm a horror lover. I love the horror movies. Look, I ripped her apart. Nothing wrong with that, right? All right, maybe I'll stick you where? Here. Okay. Now we'll just open her up. Okay. And you see how I'm just adding, now I'm going to add something right here. I'll just add more text because I want to give you guys a couple cool, oh, that's cool. I'll just do this piece. Little ideas. So this is going to be kind of things around the house that you can use in your mixed media for texture and whatnot. So that's kind of why I'm doing this, but okay. So you can see I got that. I got most of the blue, you know, saturating the wood. I got some paper down. I'm okay with this because I can go and I like to put edges on there. But if you don't, you know, you can just paint it if you want. I'm just going to take some of that blue off of my brush and kind of plop it and take it around. So if there's any blue left that's still wet, it will cover that. And it'll just make it another shade of blue. My sister and my mother love that show. I'm just saying. I never watched it. I think it got canceled. I don't really care. All right, what else was I going to use? This is gorgeous. Look at that. I just don't know if that's going to be okay to do on there. But I do love this, but I'm going to wait till last. Got a few other papers. I mean, there's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for that at the moment. I'm going to rinse off my brush. Mostly, I need more water in my thing. I meant to change that water, but I didn't. But this is water from yesterday that I was drinking, and I'm not going to drink it today. Okay, so I'm going to give it a quick dry. Now, if you don't have a heat gun, of course, use a hair dryer. And if you don't have a hair dryer, you can see this paper Mod Podge is wonderful. It's almost dry. So, you know, even, you know, the white school glue, whatever you use. I've used glue sticks before. I'll show you my favorite glue stick. Elmer's uses their glue sticks you can use on it's archival, right? But I don't believe the one I use right here, Extreme, is archival. I'm gonna look real quick. There's no directions, so it doesn't say, but I know that the regular Elmer's sticks are archival. The white school glue is not. I've checked into that a million times, but I've used it for years, for probably 20 years, the school glue, and I've never had anything turn. So if you've had anything turn from the school glue, let me know down below. But yeah, I've used it for years before, you know. Sometimes when you run out of something and you don't have money and you have school glue sitting here, it's what you use. Dries, clear, good, okay. I'm sure school me on that too. What other colors do I want to use? Blue. I have some yellow in there. I got this yellow that's almost gone, lemon yellow, and I'm going to open it. Ugh, dear goodness, Kelly, why don't you throw? This is how cheap I am. Look how old this is. And there's like literally hardly nothing left, but look, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to ploop it. Are we going to ploop today? Are we going to ploop? No plooping. Come on. Oh my God, just doing this is making me sweat. It's so humid here today. Nope, it ain't coming out. It ain't coming out, so that's going in the garbage. So I obviously plooped it a little too much. Do I have other? Yeah. Let's use you. This is called medium yellow. And it's new. Or not new, but full. Okay, ploop a little bit, please. Oh my God, the noises today. Look at that. The juice come out. It does need shaking. Sometimes I leave them upside down like this to store them. And everything fall. And I do it because that'll look cool there, though. There we go. Come on, sister. You can do it. Why are we squeezed tight? There you go. Oh, okay, then. It had a blockage. Who let me on video today? I just want to know. Okay. So I'm going to go in. Brush is a little wet. And I'm just going to, like, lay it around. And I'll just pick this up. It'll just give it a little bit more transparency. And yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I just want a little bit. And then I'm not going to cover her face. I'll show you what we'll do. I'm sure you already know what I'm going to do. If I could find what my cat did with my paper towels. Let's do here. Okay. Then I'm going to take a paper towel, and I love these. These are, what did I say these are? Crap, I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look in the closet. But they have really great texture. And you get 3 in a pack, which I'm sure. It's not Bounty. It starts with an S, I think. Okay. But what happens is you get like, can you see that? You get like this great texture. And these can be used over and over because once that dries, the paint on it. And you see how it's lifting up? And it almost gives it a green tinge because of the blue underneath. which I don't mind. And this will be covered up too, but look how cool. And it, you know, it picks up the yellow, the blue underneath, the texture. It's really cool. I think I'm going to turn it this way though, because that's the way I want to go. And I'm going to take whatever that is off. Yep. Okay. Gross. Yeah, so I'm going to do it this way because I really dig her. I don't know if she's going to end up showing in the end. If she doesn't, it's okay, but I'm going to work this way. And I always advise doing that. You might want to work sideways. You might want to work, you know what I mean? Like it's totally up to you. And once you get your background basically done, you know, what's the deal? You can do whatever you want because it's yours. All right, so I'm going to just put this out of my way. And I'm going to hit it with my heat gun one more time. And then I'm going to get out a couple stamps. I'll tell you what, we are so obsessed with ID shows, which are the killer, you know, the shows that like Evil Lives Here, you know, ID, like serial killers, all that kind of stuff. We are so obsessed. You guys know I'm obsessed with true crime, serial killers, love it. But now that Emily got a new job, she is working at Alicia D. Michael's store in Marlton. And apparently, which Emily did not know, she was a mob wife on VH1. No idea. None of us know who she is. So Emily had no clue. They didn't put that in the want for, you know, an associate. She didn't know until she got down there. And then she was like, oh. So it's very cool. It's a really beautiful, beautiful store. And you can buy online. So I'll put the link down below. They have some really nice clothes. Not for me, but they have, just because they don't have my size, I'd squeeze in it if I could. But yeah, so they have really cool stuff. And you should go check it out. Like I said, online or wherever. I'm just looking for a couple stamps here, so. Oh, I can use this. But yeah, so she's really happy, so I'm happy for her. Now, this is a piece of, you get this from the dollar store or Walmart, wherever. You put it in your cabinets for your cups and all that kind of stuff, and it's like a little rubbery, and you get a big piece. I have a big piece somewhere I'd like to share, but I don't know where it's at the moment. Obviously, I just have this little PP piece, and that's what we're going to use. This is another thing you can use from home. And I am going to use, what color? I might just go black. Or do I want eggplant? Okay. So this is archival ink. This is black, jet black. And then this is Adirondack ink. And it is eggplant. Oh. And these are acid free as well. Okay, so I'm just going to open this. I'm going to put it on the script, and I'll show you. You know, I ruin my ink pads. I go through so many of them because I ruin them, because I'm a mixed media artist. And I'm going to take it, move this out the way, and I am just going to stamp. And stamp. Even if it squishes a little bit, it's all right. Don't hate. We don't know if we'll go over it or if it'll stay. But I want it because I want it to mock some of the type that's on the newspaper or book paper, whatever. Whatever. Okay. So there you go. There you go. And when you have extra, I always tell you guys, have a piece of paper next to you so you can kind of, let me show you. So you can, you know, and you can see it. This is a lined piece of paper. It doesn't matter. I can still rip it up just to get that extra off, and then set it aside and move on to your next thing. So now I want to use this. I think I'm going to try eggplant. This is what it looks like. And lately, because I have RA and fibro, my hands have been killing me. And so sometimes it's hard to pick these up. And if I do fuss and pick it up and try to do all that, it's just really hard. So I kind of save it for when I pick this up to stamp. And then I kind of just do this. And I'm okay if it's not inked everywhere or the ink pad isn't working, because like I said, it's mixed media. If you are, you know, worried or don't like that kind of thing, some people don't, then definitely do it whatever way you want. But this helps me sometimes, because like I said, this can really hurt at times. So, and I'm just doing this for some extra. Apparently that's a little dried. So you can like barely see it. You see it in there, but it's there. It's like it was ghosted, but you know, do a little bit more ink. Plus you can really kind of just push. And if you know, your hands hurt, use something to push it and push it real good. You know what I'm saying? Push it real good. I know, how sick are you guys of me saying that? I have to come up with another saying. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? We got that going on. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to put this away. Okay, so now, what else do I want to do? Okay, I want this to be colorful, because when I put her on it, you see how she kind of stands out. That's how this is how I'm feeling lately. So so she's going to kind of stand out, and I'm going to make her like kind of a little bit, but I got to push, now I got to push some of this back. So I'm either going to use white. All right, I'm just going to go for it. Titanium white. Now I know it looks unfinished, you know, these around here and all that kind of stuff. And I might, depending on how long this takes, I might edit. Excuse me. Maybe I'll edit this and make it go faster and then talk through it. You know, who knows? So I have a piece of cardboard here if you don't have a scraper or a brayer, and you could just take this and squish it around, squish it around. You can use your paintbrush too. Make sure you go both ways so it kind of picks up, and I'll show you. See how it's like picking up here and there? You know, it means it's a little thicker, but I'm digging it. Not even mine. Okay. And then, like I said, you have this. This is an extra tool, working with stuff from home, right? All right. So now you can still see some of that background, and I'm going to get a little bit more through. But I mean, can you see what I mean? Like now it kind of like the background's in the back. Now I want it a little bit more forward. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, now you can take a piece of paper that you might have that you want to press on here. Like for instance, if, you know, I wanted to do this and I'm like, oh, you know, and get some white, you know what I mean? Some white up that way. I know this is wood. You don't want to do a lot, but I'm going to just give it that many squirts. Okay. And then I'm going to lay it, and I'm going to do this right there and bring some more of that forward. Now, if you want to wipe certain areas instead, you can go and watch. And because, see, I like the more, like, I don't like it as smooth. I like it more kind of like, you know what I mean? But it's all right. You can see, because you use the archival permanent ink, that comes through. So you get that like in the background. Delish. And if you don't have stamps, use stencils. I didn't grab any stencils, but that's all right. There you go. But I can still see the background, some of the paper. Where's my lady? Where's my lady? Here she is. Look. Look at her. She's like, peekaboo. All right, so you see? So I really like this, and we will go in and add a little bit more color at the end. I'm going to grab my paper Mod Podge one more time, and then we're going to decide where we're going to put her. Well, I don't want to hide the little woman right there because we want some woman power, so I'm going to just put her here. And take my brush, make sure it's clean. I don't want no yellow. And then I'm gonna dab it off. Doing a dab for Angie. And I'm gonna, or anybody else out there dabbing. And I'm just giving it a quick once over. You can leave this sit and dry. I always tell you guys, if you don't have a heat gun or you don't have your a hair dryer and you don't go to the thrift store to buy a hair dryer, that honestly watch one of your favorite YouTubers or go find a video on my channel that you might want to see and leave it dry and then go back to it. You will be fine. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do for that. And then I'm gonna take some paper Mod Podge and I'm going in. Now remember, I will put the video where I drew this at the end of this video and down below, so you can go watch if you did not see her. And I show you how to use Mod Podge to seal. I'm such a messy gluer. To seal the, what did I use on here? I used water soluble. Yep. So you can use water soluble, seal it, and then I love doing in black. Okay. Okay. Then I wonder why I walk around with sticky glue peeling off my hands all the time. That's why. Okay, so I'm gonna lay her down. I want this to be the edge. There we go. There we go. At the edge. All right. And don't worry, we'll put more glue down, or, you know, if this is happening to you, it's curling up, it's all right. Depends on the paper you use, depends on how much time you take. So I'm just going to kind of push it down. And I know I'll have to go over the edges. Okay. So I'm going to go in, because I didn't do good there. And then go like that. And kind of do that. I use my fingers a lot. You can use a roly-poly. You can use, you know, anything that you have other than your hands if you don't want to use your hands. Oh, I really got to get more paper Mod Podge. Yeah, so you can use any of those things. I just like it because it really does help flatten. And then what I like to do is I will let it dry and then maybe go over it one more time if there's other areas. Okay, so I'm gonna let her be for a minute, and then, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to forward this through because it's kind of long. We'll see. And I'm just gonna dry her. Any of the wet on top. Obviously it won't be dry underneath, but that's okay. I just kind of want to get these parts dry on this top part. And you can see I sealed it, and none of the, you know, right here it ran a little bit because I put some, and I don't care, I like it in that, but I did some of that pencil and I did not seal it. I think I just drew it on there, which I'm okay with. Okay, I'm not going to worry too much about that at the moment. Okay, so now what I want to do is see how she's sitting and we got that background. So I want to take, can't quite decide if I'm going to use another, like if I'm going to use water soluble pencil again, or if I'm going to use black paint, something to outline her. And I'm not really sure. Not really sure. Not really sure. Hmm. What do you want to use, Cal? Maybe I'll water down some black. Decisions. All right. I'm just going to take a little bit of this black. And this is licorice. And I'm going to take a small brush. I'm going to wet it. I'm going in. And I just want a little bit more water. You don't want to water it down a lot because then it kind of messes with the formula of the paint, but no more than like 40, 60, I would say. But that's up to you. I mean, you do you. So let me see what this does. I'm just gonna kind of do that. And it'll stay wet a little longer because you have the water, but I'm only gonna do these parts. Just want them to be a little bit more, but I want it off. I don't want it too thick there. Oh, one of my dogs is itchy. Just kind of. Now I can go back in here and touch that up. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, Spyro, are you itchy? I'll run a little bit here. Like I said, I'm going to probably bronze it or gold leaf it or something. Just want a little bit. A little bit more. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just, okay. Just like that. And I could see there's certain areas. Oh, girl, I think I just had a hot flash or something. Okay. All right. Just kind of outlining it a little bit. You can see it's not lifting. You know, but I just kind of want it, you know, a little more. I do. I do like that gray. You guys have squirrels in your yard that scream like if you walk out and they're like, it's my yard, not yours, kind of thing? Oh, I got a squirrel that's mean. Okay. All right, that's all I'm going to do because I can really go crazy. But I'm going to dry this, and now I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to use, where did it go, Cal? Here. A little more of our blue that we were using, the Brilliant Blue. And I'm just going to go in a little bit on the cap, but wherever. And you see how this is very easily remedied. And then what I'm going to do, I don't know if you can hear the squirrel out there. Woo! I don't know who it's fussing at because nobody's out there, but Emily's at work. Dave's working. Okay. And then just certain areas if you wanted a little, maybe you wanted a little bit more. I like using my finger. I don't know. Just me. And a little bit. Yeah. Like spread out a little bit. That's all. But it definitely takes away. Not a big deal. You can go if you want, like, I'm kind of digging the way it is, but you can go and maybe put you know, like a little bit there, tap it a little bit. I just love it. Looks like peeled paint. So, okay, stop. I'm not going to do any more. Now, let me show you guys something, and then I'll probably finish this. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll speed through it or put it on camera. I don't know yet, but let me show you before I end up with all this. Okay, so you have this, and you're like, I don't have modeling paste. I don't know what I'm going to do. So if you have, oh, I could put a little lace on her hair. Maybe I'll do a different one. If you have buttons, okay, wait, I'm grabbing because I have all these papers that I wanted to go through. Where was the other thing at? Okay, here we go, here we go. All right, let's say you have buttons, okay? And these would look really cute on here, actually. Or you have some hemp string, no matter what color, or what have you. What you can do is glue it on and then paint over a color that you want to do. So right now, I'm going to grab my, I'm not going to use Mod Podge paper. I'm going to use my regular Mod Podge matte. Oh, God, help me. Okay. That's almost gone too. And I'm going to take my brush. And I'm going to show you guys just a little kind of thing that you can do. Okay. So I'm going to get some Mod Podge, white school glue, whatever you have. Figure out where you want it. Let me do it right there. And I'm just going to dab around a little bit for me to lay it. And then I'm going to dab this so it has glue to stick to. I want it to be the double, but of course you can use yarn, use whatever you have, whatever you want. And just start laying it down. And if you want to use something else like white school glue or whatever, you just want to make sure that it's glued down. And it will be secured because when we do it, what we're going to do to it, you will see. All right, and I'm just plopping it. I'll give it a second to kind of like saturate in that, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do is this button. So I think I want the button up here. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to do like this. I'm going to, now do you want the flat or do you want the concave? I'm going with the flat. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this side, like so we have both. And I'm just going to lay it there. I'm going to give it a push down. It doesn't matter if you get glue on the top or not, because, and then, you know, you could clean up the glue around it if you want. You could put some glitter. You could do whatever you want. So you see over here how this is coming. It's hard to see, but it's saturating in there. And I'm just going to push it down. And what we'll do, which I'll hit with the gun in a second, but let's say this piece right there won't go down, right? We'll cut it. It's not a big deal. Okay, so I don't want to mess up. I see that the more I kind of jiggle it, that's kind of sticking up even more. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go get a little bit more glue and like that. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heat gun. Oh my goodness, excuse me. I have like a cold coming. And I'm going to dry it a little bit. I'm not going to worry, you know. Okay, so I'm going to take, I'm just going to use this right now. I'm going to push this down. It's going to be hot because I just had that on there. This is my file for my metal. All right. And you see now I can, and you can feel it when you go to touch it. Use tweezers, back of a paintbrush, what have you. It's squishy now, which is what I want because I want that glue to penetrate. It's a word, isn't it? Penetrate. There we go. Okay. So you see yarn, anything. Now you can keep it like that. I'm going to hit it one more time with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to paint it. Now at this point, when the glue's still wet, I'm just going to give it a couple shots. I don't care if any texture, if the glue bubbles or anything, because it's just more deliciousness. I'm going to put that in the water. I'm going to peel that off. I'm going to put that there. And then what I'm going to do, now at this point, you can put embossing powder if you want, and then use this, Perfect Pearls. You can put glitter, whatever you want. But what I'm going to do, and this is just to give it some texture. Don't know how well you can see it, but I'll use the dark blue again, or we can use green, whatever you want. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to take, maybe I'll just use a different brush, just a, you know, a bigger kind of brush kind of thing. I'm going to just tap it in. I'm not going to wet it. And I'm going to go around. And it's okay, the Mod Podge is still a little damp. It's all right. But leave it dry if you want. It doesn't matter much at all because it'll all dry. Okay, so that's the layer one. But what I'm going to do is take a smaller brush and wet it. Dab it off a little bit. And if you don't want it to come out here, just take a wet brush and kind of clean off any blue that you might not want, or in the middle if it bothers you. While the acrylic paint is wet, it comes right off. Just keep cleaning your brush so you don't just keep smearing it around, smearing it. Now we'll do it one more time to get this. Okay. And then just I'll wet this. And then what I'll do is take my little rag or paper towel. Viva. Viva's the name. Viva paper towels. That's what these are. And they're cheap. And then I'll wipe it off. So you see, except right here, Cal, what was that? Oh, well, it's not going to hurt anything. Okay. So you see, let me lift it up for you. We have some really cool texture there. And it didn't hurt anybody. And it just looks like, you know, a extra piece. So I'll go in with just a little bit more of this. And you can always touch it up when it's dry. If you see, you know, spaces, maybe the paint went in and got sucked in a little bit too much. Like I said, really, really cool. Then you can go here. And I'm not even going to worry about the sides because it'll just pick up whatever greens around it. Or you can make a green. You could leave it green. It doesn't really matter. And then I have like a little bit left on here. So I like to kind of drag. Oh, I don't want to go over her face, but just once. And you see how we're just pulling some of it back up. Okay? Do you have to do that? No. I like doing it. That's just the way it is. Now, I will leave it all dry, but let me show you. Now, you can do two different things. Oh, I wanted to show you this thing. This. All right, let's do a little of this purple since I know it's not too bright. I just lay it in, lift it up. Yeah, this is almost gone. But I like it because it'll add just that little bit, you know. But look how cool! Right on her face. Oh my God, the jokes today, Cal. You're on fire. Okay. There you go. See, and it just goes, it's like little, just a little bit of something. Let me show you. But how cool. So go to the dollar store, get it. You're good to go. What was I going to do? I was going to do something. Oh, the gold. Okay, so I was going to use, I can use foiling. All right, if you want to use Martha Stewart foiling, that's awesome. But what I'm going to use is some of this gold liquid gilding Martha Stewart as well. And, okay. And then I'm going to open it. just like this. Look how gorgeous. But you can use metallic paint. You can use your perfect pearls, whatever you want. I think I'm going to use this again. I'm going to dry this off on my paper towel really good. Okay. You can use glitter, whatever you want. I'm going to go in just the littlest bit like this to see how it goes on. Yeah, that's good. But I might need a smaller brush. Maybe I'll tap from here. Yeah. I don't know if I want it all over or just some. I'll probably have to use a smaller brush for that area. But I think I love you. Might need a little smaller brush, but there we go. Oh yeah, oh yeah, come on. And going up on my painting, and I don't care. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Let's do it over here real quick. And I'll show you guys. I might even put some like in on the painting a little bit just to bring it. And it like dries so fast. I don't know if it's alcohol, like an alcohol ink. I've never looked into it. I just love this stuff. I have a few frames that I want to use this on. I gotta see if there's other colors. You know, so. But can you see? I don't know how well you can see. Oh, I love it. Okay, let me turn, huh? Turn, turn. Dip. And go. Oh, dip again, Cal. Did you get it? And I'm okay that it's not shiny, shiny. I can go over it again. The wood's soaking it in. You can always seal the wood a little bit, but it still has shine and it's still gorgeous. Okay, what I want to do though is I want to get a small brush. I hate ruining brushes. And I want to do here so we can really see what it does. There we go. And I'm okay, some of the paint that I used, like the turquoise or green or yellow, comes through. I don't care. And it would help if I was on camera. I get so excited I don't check. Now you can see it. And when you're using this stuff, use it in a well-ventilated area. You know, make sure you take any precautions if smells bother you. But look how cute that looks. Yes, 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 yes. I'm just going to run it. Oh, I love it. I just love it. And I love that, like, I'm just not even covering it all. I mean, in the wood I am, but it's hard to explain, but it's just, I love this right there. Mm-hmm. It's almost like it's old. Do you know what I mean? When you don't lay some here. My finger. I'm going to take my, kind of dries fast, but it's all right. I'll just take a little bit down like that. Off my brush. bit on this side. Just kind of coming in. I love that gold with the green. You know, just because we're kind of, I'm probably going to just leave this long. I don't care. If only if you watch it, that's fine. I know a lot of you write me and say that when you guys art, you put me on and listen to me. Don't know exactly why, but I'm surprised I don't annoy you yet. All right, that might have been a little bit too much. I got excited. I don't think I could have it come off with this either with water. Nope. Nope, but I'll put a little blue over that. But I might do just a little, just like that. Maybe a little. Yeah. I got some glue here I can clean off. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do for the gold at the moment. Until I figure out, you know, exactly. So I'm going to fix that part that I just screwed up. And let me show you how, because sometimes you screw up. Sometimes you really like something and you go for it. And then it's like, I don't know. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of white. Let's see, because I got that blue there. And I'm just going to touch some of it on this brush, like that much. Because I don't want too much, because I don't want it to, but I'm going to kind of just run it. Now you ran a little bit. Come on now. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my blue, and I'm not using that brush anymore because, let's do this. Just a little bit on my finger. I'm just going to kind of do this. Just run it through very, like that. And I'll take my paper towel and kind of wipe it a little bit to blend it. See? And nobody's the wiser. It just looks like it's where it belongs. Yep, good. And it just dulled it a little bit. It's okay. It looks like it belongs. Like it looks like I did it on purpose. Which I did, right? Just do this to make sure. And tap. And once it's dry, I can decide. I love this. Maybe I need a little bit more yellow there. And this is how you just finish the end. I think I'm going to put love or something in there. I don't know what word, or breathe, because like I said, this, when I did her the other day, I was, you know, I mean, I've been quite miserable, let's face it. But when I did her the other day, that's kind of what I just kept saying to myself. Breathe, breathe, breathe. That's it. Just adding a little bit of the yellow. I'm good. Okay. So yeah, so that's all I'm going to do right now. So what do you guys think? Like I said, once everything's dry, I'll put the word in. But I mean, you see how we're adding texture, and you don't have to have the modeling paste, molding paste, whatever you guys call it. My word will go in there. And it's just, you know, just fun and easy. And like I said, if you don't have wood, use it on paper. But I do love her. I loved doing her. And the background, like I said, Emily, I was like, what colors? Now she said to add pink in with that, but I think I'm just going to keep it because I just love the blue and the green and the yellow for some reason. You know, so let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, I love you guys so much. If you stayed with me, I really appreciate it. I don't want to do a giveaway until everybody gets their stuff that mailed out. So, you know, once that, then I'll start doing more giveaways because I like to have everything out before I start doing that. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. As always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. If you guys stay with me the whole video, let me know down below what your favorite vegetable is and how you make it. because that's just something that I am wanting to know lately because we eat a lot of vegetables lately. So that's it. Remember, progress, not perfection. I had a blast doing this, and I did it in 2 sittings, so you don't have to always do it at once. And I won't always be doing an hour video, but this is what it came. And like I said, I was going to forward it, but I decided no. Love you guys. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.